All right, finals. We've got the choice again. We're going to play first, and yeah, definitely a keepable hand. Looks a little bit slow, but we've got a lot of early stuff we can do, and it's actually the first time I've seen the Scuttling Doom engine, but this hand's fine. I like the resources we have to start with. It's a good spell to land ratio, so I'm down. All right, it's pretty good 2-drop. I think we're going to be opening with the old Shaman of Spring. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll bust Divine Favor here or something. That'd be nice. Uh-oh, Ensoul Artifact? Well, here's the thing about Ensoul Artifact. Not too terrible for us. But I guess he could just be on Tinkerer plan too. That's pretty good. Alright, Welkin turn. It's pretty good too. Let's bust out the old Shaman of Spring here. Draw a card. Find some stuff. Hunt the Weak, presumably, would be a nice one. This is okay. Next turn we can do Venom Sliver Living Totem. And then we're pretty close to Feral Incarnation, but it is admittedly a bit of a race here. Alright, he did have the Ensoul Artifact, so there's some upsides and downsides to the situation here. I mean, the upside is we're permanently getting rid of a Darksteel Citadel. Downside is I think we're taking 7 damage here. I don't want to chump block. He's got us on a 5-turn clock. Let's just get this out of the way. He doesn't have enough resources now to tap our Shaman of Spring. So it's 2-turn clock though if he draws a land and taps our dude down if I attack with Shaman of Spring. So I don't think we can do that. Guess I have to play Venom Sliver. The next turn, maybe we're on the Doom Engine plan. He can tap that down. I guess I have to be on the... want to be on the Incarnation plan, but I just don't quite have the resources for it. He did get his 4th land. Well, I still think we do Doom Engine. Because this, at the very least, makes it so he's got to leave that mana up to tap the engine. Oh, he had a statute or dissipate. Okay, well, it's really harsh too, but honestly, I can't do anything about that. Oh, geez. It's pretty impressive. Alright, I guess he's got lethal next turn. Damn, that was quick. He turn progressed really amazingly well this game. That's tough. Yeah. Haven't seen Hunt the Weak yet, but this would have been a time where it was pretty useful. I don't think there's any reason to show him Feral Incarnation, so we just unhappily lose, I think. No plummets we can hope to get out of sideboard, but he's running in Soul Artifact, which makes me kind of feel like he's probably got more artifacts than just Darksteel. So probably worthwhile bringing a Solemn Offering into play, or into the deck rather. And then maybe we cut Bear again. But I kind of need my early stuff. Well, I need everything. I guess Bear is just the weakest card. Soulmender at least interacts with Pridemate in a positive way, so... Oh, I gotta bring in Radiant Fountain again, that's right. Alright. Yeah, let's try this out. We'll play first. Yeah, this is actually really good. A lot of good utility green. Blockers for flyers. Opponent mulligans, that should help us too. Pretty easy spider next turn. Wall of Essence. It's pretty good against us. Admittedly. We don't have pump spells either, so just going to have to try and build up an army here. Build towards that Sunblade Elf. But yeah, Wall of Essence is very strong against us. Alright. Alright, let's just get the Shaman, find some more cards here. Alright, that's acceptable. Kind of hoping for something better, but it's alright. We're at least going to get to Sunblade Elf territory, and then we can start dealing damage, so it's not the worst. If he plays an artifact, I can easily... Yeah, so this is actually really nice. Now I can Sage. I'd rather Sage than Solemn Offering, so I can get another threat out there. Makes sense to me. So let's get the Sage out there. Let's break the Sentinel. Get another creature on board. Yes. Alright, so I think I can attack. He'll gain 2, but then he'll take 4, so a net loss of 2 for him makes this attack definitely worth it. But Wall of Essence doing its job for sure. Next turn with the Sunblade Elf attack, we're looking pretty good. Alright, he's got rare blowout mana up, but I'm not going to play around it. So I think that we just swing here. No pumps yet. I'm going to play Midnight Guard, so we'll just let the damage happen. I just want to build more. Alright, I can allow a Dissipate on that, especially since we've got the... I think getting rid of the Dissipate's fine for a Midnight Guard. You know, obviously I'm not thrilled about it, but yeah, having out for the Brawler's Plate's very nice. Especially if you Ensoul artifacts here, then we're just in beautiful shape. Illusory Angel. That's a big problem. Alright, well, it's pretty good. That's actually pretty good too. Alright, so we're in okay shape here. We're going to make him use his resources to equip that Brawler's Plate on the Illusory Angel. I imagine he thinks he can get past our Netcaster Spider because of it. Guess we'll find out. That's pretty good too. Alright, let's just get the Raise the Alarm out. Still don't think I can too comfortably attack. Let's just build the board, make our Sunblade Elf better later. I mean, we're just a couple resources away from double Sunblade Elf, so if we can get to that point, we're good. And I don't know. I think we're okay. I'm just going to tap our Spider. Sunblade Elf. That one I'm surprised he tapped. I don't know what good that does. So if he, I'm kind of hoping he just equips Angel. But I guess he's not in a big hurry to start attacking. Ooh. This is actually pretty good. We're going to get a nice 2-for-1 here. Am I missing something? Why can't I cast Solemn Offering? What am I? Oh, it's a sorcery. I'm like, why can I not cast this? Why did I think Solemn Offering was an instant? I don't know. So I could have prevented 5 damage, but didn't seem worth it. And we'll do Living Totem, and we'll pump. I think we'll actually pump a Midnight Guard. Actually, I guess we can pump the Spider. Well, that trades with the Angel, though. Let's pump the... Could do the Sage, bring that up to a 3-2. I've got some options. Probably a Guard, I guess. I'm close to lethal striking him. I think next turn we're going to go for it. I'm at least going to do the math. He's got to leave up 4 mana to tap down with Tyrant's Machine. Something to keep in mind. River Marshal's pretty good too, since that also taps. Forest. Alright, still building towards Sunblade Elf. Let's see if I can even attack comfortably here. See what he taps down. No tap downs. Alright. So if I were to swing with everything, he'd block Wall of Essence on Midnight Guard. He'd block Illusory Angel on Sunblade Elf. Wouldn't block with River Marshal. Which means what? He has 5 mana, so he could have the rare that bounces everything, but I'm not going to play around that. It's not worth it. So he can't tap anything now. So what did I say would happen? He'd block the Midnight Guard, so he gains 4 life when I pump with Sunblade Elf. He blocks the Sunblade Elf with the Illusory Angel, and then River Marshal, if he doesn't, let's just say he does block, blocks my biggest dude there. So then he takes 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, but he gains 4. So he's going to live. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. That goes on the stack, so he will die first because it's not lifelink. So I do think I want to swing with Team since he didn't tap down. He can kill my elf, but I still think this is the right choice, right? Wall of Essence, block Midnight Guard, gains 4 life. Illusory Angel, blocks Sunblade Elf. Dauntless River Marshal, blocks something else. I pump. He goes 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, lethal. Yeah. I think this is correct. I'm not going to play around rares and stuff. I think this is lethal. His last card has to be something to bounce, or it's got to have like a peel. Alright, so he did have the bomb card that he needed, so I don't think we were meant to win this one is kind of how I feel, because, I mean, even with that, we're in still pretty good shape, but that was like the one card that I was kind of hoping he didn't have, and he did have it, so that makes it a lot more difficult. I guess it makes sense now why he left the mana open. We're in still, I mean, we're in pretty good shape because we have a well-developed board, but now I'm just really regretting attacking with my Sunblade Elf. Basically, I was offering lethal. It was an offer too good for me to refuse. That was really what it was. The deck gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. It was like, you have lethal right now. You force him to have a rare in his hand as his last card. So that was tough. And because he didn't tap down doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't have something. Sometimes people just forget. So it was just one of those really kind of frustrating situations. So if I attack with everything, he's going to, well, let's see what he taps down first. Let's make him do that. Okay, so he taps down a big dude. I swing Team. He blocks here. He blocks here. He takes 1 short of lethal and then gains 3, which is not good enough. So can't do anything here. Right? Wall of Essence, Midnight Guard. We're not threatening lethal because he only has to take 4 damage. So not worth attacking yet. I think we just have to hope to outdraw him or find a Selfless Cathar, something like that. Swiftclaw's fine. This at least puts lethal on the board if he doesn't have the follow-up play he needs. Not this attack, but next turn. So basically we have to kind of hope he blanks here. I wouldn't mind invasive species, then I could at least bounce my Reclamation Sage to break the Tyrant's Machine. I wouldn't mind a pillar since that. Alright, he just concedes. That's good. So I'll take a concession. I'm happy about that. That Polymorphous Jest came at the right time for him, though. It made me... Thankfully, that attack still worked out a little bit, because even though this turned him into 1/1s, you've still got your pump. But I'm curious if attacking with the... I guess in the future, now that I know he's got the Polymorphous Jest, when I have to be conscious of it with the Sunblade Elf. So I wasn't playing around the rare. Now I have to play around the rare, or at least be, aware of it. Let's bring in the Solemn Offering. He's just got loads of artifacts, so those cards become significantly better. And then I just have to make a cut. Guess I can cut the Soul Mender. Interacts positively with the Pride Mate, but so does double Solemn Offering and Radiant Fountain, so we don't need it. And Solemn Offering is pretty good removal at this point. We saw a lot of... This is a great hand. Saw a lot of stuff that I'd like to use it with. Keeping. Opponent mulled to 6. He mulled to 6 last game, too, and did pretty well, so... His deck's not... His deck's good. His deck is very good. Gonna need a white source eventually, like that. So let's drop the Swift Claw here. It's pretty good. I mean, thankfully we can get to the point where Pride Mate's going to be 4 power. So then Pillar of Light becomes much better. So we've got that going for us. We can drop Living Totem here too. Pump the Swift Claw Swing for 4. He can crack back with the Pride Mate and the Pegasus, but then next turn we can take out the Pride Mate. I think it's worthwhile. So let's do that. Alright. Still in okay shape here. He is going to get in for a bunch, but we've got the out now for the Pride Mate. And he does run counter spells, so I'm going to do it on my turn. Wish I had my own Pride Mate. So we can hold the Radiant Fountain for now. Let's play a Forest. Let's get in with our Totem. And then we'll get rid of the Pride Mate. The thing is, if he doesn't Soul Artifact, we at least have the Reclamation Sage. And at this point, I feel like I better chump with the Mystic. If he has the Ensoul artifact, I mean. Otherwise, I'll take 3, and I can crack back for more. River Marshal, pretty good. And a Sentinel. Well, we're going to Reclamation Sage that. He's got no cards left in hand. That's good. So we'll drop the Sage, get rid of the Sentinel. Swing with... Well, it's tough now, I guess. A little bit tougher swing now because the Swiftclaw dies, so I guess just the Totem. I don't want to trade a Swiftclaw for a Lynx. It doesn't seem worth it. We just need a Cathar or a Sunblade Elf, and then then our Swiftclaw becomes much better. We just need like a Hunt the Weak. And then we're in pretty good shape. Or an invasive species or a second totem would be good. Alright, Divination, pretty solid for him. He's digging for that Ensoul artifact. Brawler's Plate's pretty good too. Especially on that Pegasus, that's going to be a big deal. We've got outs. Our outs are being able to bounce Reclamation Sage, our 2 Solemn Offerings. I think the only issue is now we could, I guess, tap our Swiftclaw and swing Team. Which is indeed stronger against us. So I guess we have to leave the Sage back. Or I guess he can't really swing Team, I guess. Although he is ahead on the race. So I need a couple Solemn Offerings. Guess I should have swung with Reclamation Sage. Alright, Cathar's awesome here, so we'll play that. Now we get to pretty comfortably swing with Team, I think. He can crack back for 8. We're cracking in for 9. Guess we can leave the Mystic back. Because he can block Mystic on Lynx, and then if we sack... Well... It's kind of a tough spot either way. I lose a Mystic and a Cathar for a Lynx, and get in for 5, 8, 11, bring him to 6. He's going to go back up to 9, be left with a Brawler's Plate and a River Marshal. I can't really wait much longer. I think that's my issue. I'm not in a real position to wait. I think I just go for it. I don't know. It's tough. It's very difficult because I'm in kind of a tough spot here. Still keep the Radiant Fountain a secret. I guess if he had in Soul Artifact, I'd probably want to do it. Since he could do it on the Citadel and get in for 11, we would have gone to 12. But it's tough. I don't know. So I need to leave back quite a few dudes because I don't have lethal. I think I just needed a hunt the week. I think that's what really cost me. So I can only get in with like one dude. And it has to be like Mystic to keep the River Marshal back so he doesn't tap two dudes down and get in and make me chump. Yeah, we're in a pretty tough spot here. Because if he gets a land and I attack with two guys, he can just tap two dudes down. It's too good. I guess I drop the fountain at this point. Gain a little life. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do. He's got too many flyers. I can eat his River Marshal, swing with the team. He'll block the totem, take not lethal, be fine. Yeah, I can't do anything. Guy had a great deck. He drew really well too. I thought we drew well, but I think not seeing the two Solemn Offerings is ultimately what cost us this game. We needed more than just the Reclamation Sage. Invasive Species bouncing and taking care of the Brawlers played it, 2 or 3 turns ago. Would have helped a lot too, but we just couldn't draw it. Yeah, I'm not sure Hunt the Week does anything for us, unfortunately. So I guess I just swing with the Swift Claw. Pretend like I've got something. And that's about as good as I can do, I think. Yep. Good hand, good draws, good deck. Opponent deserved it. All right. I'll see you guys for the next draft. I think the next draft is going to be my last M15 draft until Cons drops. So in the meantime, just be looking out for weekly Mortar Pods. I'll have a new one posted tomorrow. And more Travelers of Storia, my board game tutorial videos, which I'm in the process of editing another one. So I'll have that posted soon. All right. I'll see you guys later.